What's up, Helix users? This is Steve Sterlacci, and today I wanted to share with you guys my newest preset available on the Line 6 marketplace. This is a Helix floor and HX Stomp preset. I think it'll work great in either unit. I've been using this a ton. I literally used this preset, the Placater Power Preset, as the base for at least one guitar part in every one of the tracks that I just put out with Jessica Lynn. So that EP or singles, however they're released, will be out later this year, but I can guarantee you on each track I've used this Placater Power preset at least one way, shape, form, or another, without IRs, no impulse responses in this preset. This is just using stock cabs. I feel like I've really got a good idea of what I'm doing with these stock cabs, and I've really got them dialed in, sounding the way that I want them to sound. So I'm using the Placater amp, obviously, the Placater Dirty. I've got 4 snapshots set up in this for the Helix floor. The snapshots are cleaner, crunch, heavier, and lead. The cool thing about these presets is that it takes you from clean to mean and everything in between. Yeah, I know. So what comes with the preset? I have the Mod Chorus Echo and the Reverb Swap. So the main ambient sounds that you're hearing are the Mod Chorus Echo, which is my favorite delay. I have a Line 6 Echo Park also that this does a great job of modeling. So that's also in parallel, and then I have 2 different reverbs. So the main reverb is just like a nice room sound. The other reverb is going to be that more ambient wash sound. So one of these foot switches is called Reverb Swap. It allows you to change from the room reverb to the nice ambient reverb. Other than that, straightforward pedal board setup. I have a parametric EQ for a solo boost. I have a Minotaur drive pedal, straightforward, still, even with the new update, one of my favorite pedals to use in the Helix. I got a tremolo, and I have the Dimension Chorus or the Dimension C, whatever it is. I'm not a big chorus fan, but that Dimension pedal just does something special for me that I really love. I really like that it could cover so much ground and so much space and really do the job for really whatever you need. So let's start off by plugging into the cleaner preset, and here's what that sounds like. The second snapshot is called Crunch, which, as you can imagine, it's crunchy. So, straightforward, here you go, great rhythm sound, nice crunch, punchy sound. This is what it sounds like. Snapshot 3 is called Heavier, and just as it sounds, it's a heavier version. So now I've got a drive pedal engaged, a lot more gain, really good for palm muting. Here's what that sounds like. Now to Snapshot 4. Snapshot 4 is called Lead, and if you can guess what this snapshot is going to be able to do, just let me know. This is my epic solo sound. I have that like Neil Schon, Gary Moore, like that really singing, really nice sound. I'm using this lead snapshot on this preset. I have the effects running in parallel, so I have that dry amp sound hitting you hard in the face, and then I have the trails, the ambience, and the reverb, the delays are underneath the note, so you have a really nice firm punch note that's right in front, and then underneath it, it's like a nice little bed for those notes to sit in, and I think it sits amazing in tracks. It's really great to use live. Again, literally have been using this preset for so many things, both live show and in the studio. So the other half of this is obviously the version for the HX Stomp. The version for the HX Stomp is a more bare bones approach to the same exact preset. So what you get here is the crunch, the heavier, and the lead snapshot. Those three snapshots come in here, or you can use it in the pedal board mode and, you know, tweak it to your own liking. You don't get the cleaner one because there's a couple of different things that I needed to do to the Placater amp to get it to be clean that I can't fit in the Stomp. So if you just want that basic crunch, heavier, and the lead sound, just go with the HX Stomp version. Inside of this, I have the same drive pedal, but I'm using an amp and cab setup instead of the dual cab to save space. I don't think that there's much of a sacrifice on tone at all here. I think this sounds just as good for these three. I'm also using a low-high shelf just to give it a little bit more brightness instead of throwing the parametric EQ, which takes up more DSP. I thought the low-high shelf was just a nice thing to get a little bit more presence in this sound. I'm keeping the dimension, the mod chorus echo, and the reverb. The ambient reverb is the only one that'll be available on this one. Obviously, space limitations. So you will have the effects in parallel, and you'll also have that nice, great ambient reverb trail sound. Here's what the crunch preset sounds like using the HX Stomp. Let's move on and get to the heavier preset, HX Stomp version. And finally, we get to the lead preset. Again, my favorite lead sound. This sounds just as good on the Stomp as it does on the big Helix. If you really need a nice ambient or really great singing lead sound, this is the one for you. Check it out. So thank you guys for checking this out. I hope you consider purchasing my Placater Power Preset, available on the Line 6 Marketplace. If you are new to the channel here, please consider subscribing. Throw me a like and a comment down below. And any questions you guys have, as always, reach out, write them. I'll always get back to you. And thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.